Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Excelcast. I'm your host, Joe Parker, and I wanted to start off this episode by giving a huge shout out to my dad. Ooh, yes, guess it's better that way. Yeah, pretty sick. Need to find an area to put that. I don't quite have the exact setup I want yet, but all in due time. Today's episode, I wanted to talk to you guys about acceptance and action, specifically with my story, my journey, how I had to come to a realization of acceptance in order to take action. And it can apply to you in any aspect of your life. So some of you know my story, some of you don't. Specifically, my weight loss journey was a huge part of my life. It was one of the main things that I defined myself by because it was a huge thing for me, huge thing for my life, huge change that I made, huge obstacle that I had to overcome. So it all started with me not caring what other people think. That was my prideful stance that I took. Me not caring what other people thought about me or what I ate or what I looked like. It doesn't matter because whatever they think, they think. I don't care. They can think whatever they want to think. But what I've realized, when I finally accepted where I was at and what I needed to do, was that the example that I was setting for people around me was not the example that I wanted to set. It's not how I wanted to be perceived, and it's not truly how I felt about myself and about life. So I had to make a change. And it didn't truly occur outwardly and physically until it occurred mentally for me. Some people, they are like, oh, well, someone told me to go to the gym, so I guess I got to go to the gym. And then shortly after that, they start to pick up mentally good things and then spiritually good things. And I feel like sometimes that happens and sometimes it happens the way it happened for me. But when it happened for me, I had to have multiple spiritual experiences where I couldn't get myself out of a situation that I was in unless I was so moved by an inner voice, God, Jesus, that said, hey, like, this isn't you. This isn't what you were meant to do. I have bigger plans for you. There's more that you're supposed to do with this life that I've given you. You need to cut it out. And we always think that we know what's best. We always think that our plan is the plan, right? Well, there's what I want to do right now, and what I'm setting myself out to do is how it's going to end, and it's how it's going to be. And I've found in my experience anyway that is never the case at all. You start out thinking you're going to be a football player when you're younger, thinking you're going to be professional. Things happen. That wasn't the path for you. And I think sometimes we get caught up on what this earth has in store for us and what we think that we can accomplish while we're here. And we often lose sight of the big picture, because what you can do here on this earth is great. There's so many different things that you can accomplish when you're here on this earth. But until you take a generational perspective and a wider view of things, it's going to be harder for you to take that next step. A wise man understands that whenever he plants a tree, he may never see its shade. It's one of my favorite quotes recently. You make sacrifices, right? When you make sacrifices, there's a good chance that you'll never reap the reward that sacrifice is given, right? As parents driving kids to soccer every single weekend, you're giving up that time, you're giving up that sacrifice. And maybe in your mind while you're doing that, you're thinking, oh, my kid's going to be a professional soccer player. And it never happens. But what you don't see is that your kid is viewing the sacrifices that you made and the positive impacts that those sacrifices that you made had on them and their life and their aspect. Whether they're appreciative of it now, they will be appreciative of it in the future. And by appreciating I think that we think appreciating means, oh, you're going to do something for me, or oh, you're going to listen to everything that I say because I've done this or that for you. And I don't think that that is the proper way to hone in on appreciation and the word appreciation and the word grateful. I think appreciation is exactly what it says, right? I appreciate what you've done. Whatever you've done for me, I'm going to go out and try my best with the help of God to multiply whatever you've done for me here. Fix my computer. Because if you take knowledge and only use it for yourself and don't share it, don't utilize it to benefit someone else, and don't impact the world and impact those around you, that's when God gets upset. That's when God gets angry. And that's what I was doing. I had all this knowledge on how to lose weight. I strength trained my entire life. I knew how to run. I knew how to diet. I've done multiple different diets. I knew how to be a fit person. I had all this information and all this knowledge. And I would tell people what to do, but I never acted on it myself. And I feel like sometimes as people, we don't act on the information that we already know, and we don't live what we're trying to teach others. We don't practice what we preach. And I wasn't practicing what I was preaching. I would tell people, oh, you need to go to the gym. Oh, the gym will make you feel better. Meanwhile, I was going to the gym twice a week, maybe. If I was lucky, sometimes once a week. Not really going outside, sitting inside, playing video games all day. And I was preaching, oh, well, if you want to lose weight, just do this and this and this. Meanwhile, I'm 340 pounds. Oh, if you want to do this, you want to get bigger, you got to eat more. Okay. Obviously, that didn't play a role in me because I was already too big. But I was given nutrition advice. I was given lifting advice. I was giving all this fitness advice. Meanwhile, I would never take any of the fitness advice for myself. And it's really hard to get people to get behind what you're saying and to listen to you. Even though you may know what you're saying, you may know all the information. You may have studied the information front to back. But if you don't practice the information, it doesn't show up in you. And people will see that it doesn't show up in you. But once it finally showed up in me, and once I finally got the hang of it, lost the weight, built the muscle, got disciplined, stuck to a schedule, woke up when it wasn't required, put in work where it wasn't required, that's when my life changed and I realized that I can do this. I can be a personal trainer. I can be a nutritionist. I can help people transform their lives, not only through their body. Maybe the body's where it starts. Someone wants to transform themselves because of their body. But slowly but surely, as time goes on and as things progress and they accept where they're at and they understand that they need to change everything, their mindset, their physical, what they do on a daily basis, and their spiritual aspects of their life, that's when you truly impact someone. The body, yeah, maybe. Maybe they work out, they get a little bigger, they get a little stronger, they feel better. Awesome. And maybe you even get to their mindset, which is great, right? 1, 2, 3, whatever level you get to, and it's fantastic because you still cause impact. But when you get to level 2 and you change their mindset, and not only are they now going to the gym, but they're also meditating. They're also listening to motivational videos. They're also listening to audiobooks now or reading books. They're also, now I've actually, my sister comes to the gym with me now too. Okay, wow, awesome. My husband comes to the gym with me. Me and my husband go for walks. Me and my husband started reading this book together. And then it gets to an even deeper level where people start getting spiritual. And people start understanding the impact that the bigger picture has on everything. And when you feel that urge to do something for someone else solely because you understand that it's going to make that person feel amazing and it's going to make that person feel good because it would make you feel good if someone did that for you, That, I think, is the highest form of self-love. And it only starts when you become selfish. And when I say selfish, I mean when you do for you. When you love yourself and you treat yourself like a person that you love, that's when you reach peak spirituality. If you love someone and they were eating fast food all the time, they were drinking alcohol all the time, they were smoking weed all the time, doing drugs all the time, you would do something to stop that. You would do something to pull them away from whatever they're doing in order to live the life that they want to live. Now, on the flip side of that, sometimes people need to go as far and as deep as they can, because when Jesus comes to catch them, when God pulls up to catch them, he needed them to be as low as they were, so their place that they're at can be the platform for them to teach others to never get there and to inspire others to never get there. If I never got to 340, if the people that loved me got to my head when I was 260, 270, 300, 320, 330, I would have never done what I did in 6 months and 21 days. I would have never lost 125 pounds in 6 months and 21 days. I would have never had that testimony to stand on, because they would have gotten to me before it was my time. But right now could be your time. Whatever's eating at you, whatever you know you have to address, whatever you know you have to do, whatever content you have to put out there, whatever message you have to send to someone, whatever activity you have to do, whatever step you have to take today, take it today. Accept yourself for where you're at, love yourself for where you're at, but understand that you can always improve and always be better, and take those steps every single day to be the best version of yourself. Impact other people. When you impact other people, you change their lives for the good. You change your own life for the good. If someone had to write a speech about their success and your name is mentioned, that's how you know that you're successful in life. I appreciate you guys listening. I know I've been so inconsistent with dropping. I've been super busy at work, working 7 days a week, being a personal trainer. Love every single one of my clients. They're the best part of my day, impact me to the best extent possible. I couldn't ask for a better job. I don't even feel like I'm working. I love what I do. And as always, stay blessed, excel, do something today that's going to impact not only your life, but someone else's.